All right, I have figured out and have proven some stuff, and you guys were interested in what the results were. So what I did is first off, we have some top secret stuff going on. You'll see that I have spare transmission number 3, spare transmission. This is actually primary transmission number 1. Transmission 2 is in the car complete with top secret, and I mean top secret converter that, as far as I was told, has never been tested before, ever. And when you see what it actually is, you'll go, holy crap, the cost of racing and all, it's just a bit, oh, you guys are freaking crazy. Yes, it is elitist, to say the least. Honestly. Anyways, but I'm testing this thing, and when you see it, you're going to freaking freak out, because it is really cool. So you can see transmissions in the car, it's all together, and all of my transmissions and converters are all here, plus one. Plus one. Now, what did I figure out? So this is top secret converter. I will show you guys later. Like I said, it's really super cool. And will probably change a lot of things, very potentially. So we're going to test that out, hopefully later this week. And then next week on track, we're going to run across the hub dyno. I'll show you that. Then we're going to track test it. And then I'm still not going to tell you what it is, because I can't. And then after it all comes out, you'll just like, holy cow, that is awesome. But this is the converter that we just won. Well, let's see. Let's back up. We took this converter out of the car after import versus domestic, where we run it up. It looked like this. Okay? That's what color it turned from brand new. All right? The one on the ground right there is the one that we took out of the car after 6 summer, where it's just totally black. It got so hot. We fixed some things, made some things better. It only turned this color, but was still slipping. Now, we changed something, which was, if you remember, this little mid-plate spacer right there. So that whole spacer is only this whole mid-plate right here is just a spacer. 125 thousandths thick spacer. If you recall, what that does is that spacer allows the torque converter to be farther away from the pump, which there's 2 holes that feed the converter. So it makes the oil pump tangs fit right in here, and then the oil pump is like right here, real close. So think of it like really close, like that. The closer it is, the less oil goes into the converter. The farther away it is, the more oil goes in the converter. Too far away, it slips out of the oil pump, spins it, destroys everything. That little shim makes it so we have gotten this lip right here 125 thousandths farther away, because I was too close before. Now we are over 200 thousandths away from the pump of clearance. And what did that do? So recall, looks like this after import versus domestic about a month or a half ago or so, 2 months ago. Change it, go win the 6 shootout. Those videos are just back a couple. And we just took it out, this converter out, even though it was working perfectly, because we were testing top secret crap. I had scuffed one part and made it shiny before I put this converter back in the car. Okay, then we went to the race, won the race, did everything. That was great. Drives, the whole normal deal. Okay, so I had scuffed this side of it so I could see what does it gonna look like. So after I scuffed it, after we did the mid plate, that's what it changed the color to. So this was shiny. Now it just has this real light very light discoloration. Perfect. Perfect. Super happy with that. So when we took this out of there, this is the proof. All that change took it from this color to that color. Obviously fixed. Extremely happy with that. Plus, I showed you all the data logs, the gear change, drops, everything that it was doing. So everything's really good right there. So super happy. That fixed it. That's the proof. Did that. Got top secret crap in the car. Gonna have to keep watching to figure out what we got going on. Now, next thing is we need to go talk over with Kyle's stuff because everybody's interested on the pistons. All right, so you wanted to know, what about Kyle? What did Kyle do? Where's Kyle at? What happened? How did he do? Well, here we are. You wanted to know how good the piston coating actually worked. We, by happenstance, we are going to actually show you very well. I'll show you here in a minute. This thing ended up having a little injector problem. And if you pay attention to what we always talk about, and what I always say is the thing that hurts these the fastest, the quickest, before you can do anything is if you have any kind of fuel system problem, injector problem, anything like that. You cannot pull. I'm going to do a whole illustration of why you can't pull back on the throttle fast enough, why you can't lift off the gas pedal fast enough when you hear something wrong. Okay? Impossible. It will do damage before you can react. Okay? So the had an injector problem on the first pass, unfortunately. So only had some bunch of two-step checks, burnout on the first pass. Why don't you show them what it did? So it had an injector problem.
One of these ones. There it is. Melted piston.
Well, it didn't even really melt because it's not all the way through.
That spot's lower if you compare it to this one.
Well, yeah, you can see it. It detonated because this is on E98/X85, and it detonated itself to death right there. So a good illustration to think of is like detonation is like taking this hammer and going bing, 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 bing. So fast, so quickly, so hard, you can't pull back the throttle fast enough to stop it from doing some damage like that. So unfortunately, it destroyed this piston. But the good thing in this whole deal is, check out the skirts. Now normally, if you detonate and kill a piston like this, it usually rocks the piston over so hard that it just destroys the skirt. Coating is still on. It's still nice. This didn't even hurt the ring in it, which is how fast it happened and how quick it happened. But obviously that piston wasn't like that when you put it together. But that coating, it really works and does a great job. So what we ended up doing was, because we ended up having to get two pistons, Diamond helped us out, helped Kyle out, and because we use Diamond pistons almost exclusively. We use some CP Carrillo stuff too, but most of our stuff is Diamond like this. Diamond helps us out and gets the next oversized piston, but we're so happy with the way the coating from line to line worked, we sent the brand new pistons out to put coating on the brand new pistons, even though we don't need it. But now I'm really curious about it, on how it's going to be able to tighten up our clearances and do exactly what they said it was, because I can see that we tortured the crap out of this piston. It should have hurt it. It should have destroyed the skirt. Did nothing. Looks great. So very happy with that. New pistons are here. Already got them. Diamond again helped out on it and made things happen fast. It's a great company to work with. So the rods look great. Everything looks great in this. The head gaskets are great-ish. I think we're gonna redo a little something here to make sure that everything is still flat and nice after they detonate like that. And get this back together and maybe be testing next week. Think so?
We finna see.
Yes. The amount of discouragement is high in the Kyle Morris camp. But crap happens, you know? It just does. And it's not broke, it didn't blow up. It's you have an injector problem, and bang, you're gonna have some issue like that. At these horsepower levels, leaning on stuff, making things happen, and it just is what it is. It is part of the game. Then we also, while we're at it, Kyle's converter has always been too tight, so Marty Chance over at Chance Converters did a converter for this car, so we can have a bolt together converter, so we can change the stator, do all the cool stuff to it. So Kyle has a super good real converter for his car now, instead of the one that we've just kind of band-aided over for the last 3 or 4 years.
It's even blue.
It's even blue.
Blue to match the car.
And we're gonna verify our converter spacing to pump, make sure that we don't burn the paint off of this.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, good tech information. Fix a converter. Top secret crap. Good piston coating has really worked out well. Remember, injector failure or any kind of injector problem is a big deal in these engines. Is what it is. New converter for this car. This thing's gonna go out, go faster, and not get hurt. And we're obviously working on going even faster yet with the wagon. This new converter is gonna probably is going to help. I'm telling you, you have no idea. It really is kind of a big deal. It's pretty gal darn neat, and the only one that Marty knows of at how they're doing it and the whole deal. It's fascinating.